Hello, everybody. I'm back. I am Rib, and this is the NBA 2K podcast. And my goodness, there's so much now to talk about, and I guess this is how it's gonna be from this week on. Um, NBA 2K25 leaks, of course, as every year. They've begun. Um, There's also the 2K League kind of dying out, people not really understanding what's going to happen next year. So we're going to talk about all that, and then maybe if we have time, we'll look into some Reddit posts, see what people are saying in the community. So, first things first, I guess we'll jump right on it. The All-Star edition of NBA 2K25, there's been a leak, and I will post a link to the leak. There's a really good high resolution leak in the Boston Celtics subreddit. Doesn't have anybody, trying to take credit for it by putting their Twitter tag over the leak. And yeah, you have Tatum and Asia Wilson, the two players that won the championship in their respective leagues. And yeah, so the cover, if we look at the cover, it looks like it's at an event. You can see chairs, you can see a microphone, and this cover looks like it's a big. It looks like a huge cover, like that covers the whole wall. It could be a camera angle kind of thing, but yeah, it looks like a decent All-Star edition cover. Not sure if it's the final cover, but this does imply that Tatum could potentially be having multiple covers, or Asia Wilson could also be in a WNBA cover. Because this is the All-Star edition, and if you play 2K, you know that there's usually 3 or 4, sometimes more editions per year. You got your standard, you got your All-Star, aka Deluxe, you got your Legend edition, you got a WNBA edition. So there's quite a bit. There's quite a few editions per year. Not too surprised to see these athletes on a cover. I think it's fine. Not much else to say about that, other than it was a leaked image, not officially released by 2K as of yet. So do stay on the lookout for actual covers released by 2K, official releases. Now, the 2K League stuff that's been going on. There was an announcement made as of this podcast releasing exactly a week ago that NBA and Take-Two are reimagining the 2K League into a global digital entertainment business. So what does this mean? They want to expand on the current system, which the current system is players playing around chairs around the screen, and there's streams of these games, and that's basically as far as it goes. I think I'm sure they've had a 2K League game in like an arena before, but it's not something they do very often. But yeah, they want to have live events. They want to have celebrities and NBA players involved, which I think is a mistake. I think the esports world is the esports world for a reason. If you look at other sports games that have an esport uh, uh, section, an esport thing that people do, where teams play each other, and there's a league, and there's professional gamers, basically. Very, I mean, I can't think of any instances where there's celebrities involved or real life players involved. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe there is. I can't think off the top of my head. And of course, the biggest esports games in the world, they're kind of fiction, like League of Legends, Dota. They're not gonna have a way to really implement celebrities and real life players. But I think it's a mistake because people that play the game with aspirations to become league players, they don't want to see celebrities and NBA players in a place that's already it seems so far away already, right? Because when you play NBA 2K, even if you play it, 1,000 hours a week for 5 years, it doesn't mean you're gonna get a guaranteed chance at joining the league. Um, a lot of times to get into the league, you kind of have to already know people around the league, and then you have to be exceptional talent, and you have to get drafted. And adding this other layer of unreachable people to an already kind of unreachable league, I think, is a mistake. Um, they should make it, honestly, the 2K league as it is right now, where players have to download a different 2K game just to play a 2K League game because they have their preset builds and whatnot. I already think all of that is already a mistake. Um, it's too far apart from the real game, right? And if you look at all these other esports, sports games with esports, or even non-sports games with esports, the common thing that I think people enjoy the most is that you can jump in the game and you're playing the same game with the same characters that a professional will be using. It's just that, they know the game more, they play the game more, they're pros. But it's the same game, it's the same everything, right? So it feels attainable if you put work in. If you look at a pro and they're, hitting all their shots and they're doing all these dribbles, you can look at that and say, "Hey, I have that same build. We play that same game, same sliders, same everything. It's just he knows a little bit more. He's put time in. So if I want to get there, I can put time in and I'll get there, or at least have a chance to get there, a good chance to get there." And that's not the case. Um, and that's my issue. If the 2K League starts involving teams where they have celebrities playing, or NBA players playing, unless it's for like actual just for marketing purposes, to bring views, so people that like certain players or celebrities, they're following whatever they're doing, and they're playing 2K League, so now you have eyes on that. I'm okay with that. But including trying to make this like a thing with celebrities, that to me is, I think, a mistake. I will post the link if you haven't read the 2K League update that came out last week. I will also post a link to that so that, if you want to have a look, you can have a look, read through it. Apparently, a lot of people have been fired. Some people are staying on board to help get the league up and running. I'm assuming for 2026, or 2K26, I should say. They're gonna take a year off, so have fun out there in the pro am, meeting up with all these 2K League players that now have nothing to do. Um, but No, I think this whole process of taking a year break could be good. Could be good. Obviously, a lot of people out of jobs. That's not good. Um, I do wish they would have tried to figure this stuff out earlier. It's kind of, I don't want to say weird, but still trying to figure out esports when you're this big of a company is a little surprising to me. I don't know who exactly is in charge of, setting up all of this stuff with leagues and esports and professional 2K players, but obviously they haven't done a really good job. I think a lot of people agree that the league wasn't in a good place, but I do have my concerns into the future, and I do hope to hear more about what they're actually planning to do. So I'm gonna leave that at that, and it's been over 10 minutes now. Uh, 2K25 news. I mean, it's Tuesday the 9th, so we're in July. I mean, it's coming, right? This is the time you start to see leaks, and then you start to see official stuff, and then you see more leaks, and then you see Mike Wang on Twitter, and then you see it's gonna start. It's starting. Like, y'all be ready for that. Um, if y'all play on PC, um, do pray that y'all get a new gen this year. It has to be. It has to be, in my opinion. I feel for my brethren on Steam on PC that still stuck on current gen, but there's no way. There's no way that they're gonna go for another straight year of current gen. Um, so y'all stay tuned for that, and obviously stay tuned to this podcast because I will be talking about that here on the NBA 2K podcast. I'll be talking about everything involving NBA 2K. That's worth mentioning. All right, so to close off, let's see what are people talking about in the NBA 2K subreddit. Um, uh, why is the number 6 censored? I decided to make a new character for 2K24. For some reason, number 6 is a censored number. I was choosing it because my late dad was born on June 6th. Yeah, it's retired across the NBA for Bill Russell after he passed. In case you're wondering, a lot of times if numbers are not available in the game, player retired, so they got the number retired, or player died and they retired the number, or it's a franchise number, so it's retired in that franchise but available in a different franchise. That's usually the reasons. In case y'all don't know that, now you know. Let me look through the list here. Something else that we could talk about. Um, Dear 2K, bring the lighting from 2K14 back. And it's a picture of Paul George in 2K14 and in 2K24. And there is a drastic difference in the skin tone, as well as the lighting, and just overall brightness from 2K14 to 24. I will post a link to this post if y'all want to look at the image. It's actually pretty wild how different it is. Um, what is the reason for them to do this? I'm trying to think, and I can't really think why. I can't really think why they would do that. Um, hmm. Obviously, if I had to guess, it has to be something to do with the new gen like consoles, like the PS5s and uh whatever graphics they because obviously you can tell in 2K25 there's way more detail to graphics, but the realistic lighting, I guess, must be difficult to get. I'm not a game designer like that, so I don't really understand um, why the lighting looks so non-existent. It looks like it's not even there. Um, but that is a good point to bring up. All right. Now, the same person that posted about the lighting also posted about the 2K14 jersey physics. Now, this one I actually can answer. The reason the physics of the jerseys had so much more weight to them back then is because players just used baggier clothing back then. Um, that so the if players were still using baggy shorts and baggy shirts today, like on average, the jersey physics would still be there. They would still be the same. They would be more prominent the same way they are in the 2K14 clip here that I'm looking at. It just has to do with the era. It's a very difficult thing to achieve. I know that. I know that from I think it was LD. He was talking about it. I don't remember where, but I know that he helped make the Kobe moments. And there was a moment where he's biting his jersey, which he did in real life. And he talked about the difficulties of getting like that stuff to look good, to look realistic. Um, so I'm sure in some part, maybe that's why the physics are not so realistic, the jersey physics, because there's so many more animations now and so many more movements that uh, I guess they didn't want to have to uh, deal with clipping maybe like of jerseys or shorts, which if you play 2K long enough, shorts sometimes clip where it looks like you have like a skirt on or something, like the shorts flip over. It's a common visual thing. It used to be worse. It's actually a lot better now. It doesn't happen as often, but that could also play a part, right? But I do think the biggest thing is that it's not the era of baggy uniforms anymore, right? People wear the jerseys and the shorts are much more um, tight. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's Tuesday. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, you may not be listening to this on Tuesday. Do stay tuned. Be on the lookout on the Twitter pages. If you're, social media person. If not, then please do stay tuned on my YouTube channel or on my Spotify or wherever else you listen to the podcast. Or if you watch my videos, then you do want to be on YouTube for that. I upload quite a bit of videos, YouTube shorts, a lot of fun little clips. And I will continue to be doing all of this. The podcasts are going to start coming out a lot more often, with more news coming out. I will talk about what I can talk about, and I'll speculate if there's speculation to be had. And that's it. Thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.